Papa Cristo's is one of LA's iconic institutions. Or at least it was. 2 weeks ago, they announced they'd be closing their doors, but the thing is, 3 weeks ago, I spent a day with owner Chrys Chrys, and he told me this.
Getting out of this place, unless it's struck by lightning, I don't think I want to go out.
So what happened? See, I just started a series documenting LA's longest standing culinary establishments, and Papa Cristo's was set to be my first episode. But this is where a simple story of a Greek icon gave way to a plot so thick it underscores what makes this endeavor so important in the first place. Longevity like this is rare and fragile. All over LA, we're seeing legendary establishments disappear, and I want to learn from and document them while they're still going strong.
So here I am at Papa Cristo's on their last day to check in on Chrys, document their final hours, and get a taste of my favorite Greek food in LA for the last time. Maybe.
I'm gonna tell you something. I was so sad, but now I'm okay.
You're okay.
And I'm really okay.
What part are you okay with? Everything? Are you okay with the closure?
That's the beauty. You guys are great. Thank you so much for that. What I've got is this emotional love that came in, pouring on me, pouring on me.
Drenched, a torrential downpour of love.
Incredible. And all the sad feelings that I had just came pouring out, and they're gone.
They're
gone. Tidal wave.
So I have no reason to be sad.
No.
Now, Chrys may have told me that he didn't want me to be sad, but I couldn't shake the feeling he was carrying something heavier underneath. Sure, Chrys kept saying he was fine.
I'm fine. I'm so happy. I'm very happy. Well, I'm happy. But now I'm okay. I landed on my feet. I feel like a cat.
But it's often those who aren't fine who say it the loudest. Papa Cristo's wasn't just a restaurant, and I wasn't the only one feeling the weight of saying goodbye.
Papa Cristo's like an LA staple.
I used to come here all the time when I was a child.
Maybe 20 years. He's like a pillar of this community.
Every year they have a little fair that goes on at the church across the street, and we'd always come to Papa Cristo's after.
It's just like family here.
Without Papa Cristo's, we can't imagine this place.
Oh, Chrys. Wanna miss you, man. So, thank you to him. Thank you to this restaurant.
That's what Papa Cristo's meant to the community. But to understand the weight of today, you have to understand what it meant to Chrys.
In 1948, my dad opened the market. I was a very young boy. You saw the picture inside. My dad's friend said, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" I said, "I want to be a grocery man like my dad." That's my dad up there. And you know why his picture's there? He's watching the register. As I got older, I started becoming familiar with the things that we do, and I loved it. He showed me how to cut the lamb, how to marinate the lamb, how to cut the cheeses. He taught me all those things, which are not something people learn from their dads. When my dad opened the store, my dad had a stove in the back, and he had always a pot of soup cooking. They'd come in, have a bowl of soup, visit with him, and take off on their jobs. He was everybody's best friend. He did everything the right way. He took care of people the right way. He took care of his products the right way. And people ask me, how are you gonna fill his shoes? And I just, every day I'm gonna try my best to do what he did. And if I can do that, I'll be fine.
Papa Cristo's was always a love letter to Chrys's father. His spirit lived in every corner. But the other secret ingredient, Chrys loves being Greek. I see an impressive honey selection here.
Oh, I gotta tell you something about Greek honey. Greek honey is some of the best in the world. What makes Greek honey good? No industry, no pollutants in the air.
There's no big honey.
No sick bees. Greece makes the best pasta in the world.
Over Italy.
The Italians are buying Greek companies now because the durum wheat that comes from the Greek hillsides is stronger than the Italians. The olive oils here are the best olive oils in the world. They come from Greece. Greek olive oil, unlike Italian olive oil, is very pure.
And Greece is perfect.
Greece is a wonderful place. People say, why is Greek food the best? Greek food is very natural, and the flavor profiles are very simple. Salt, pepper, oregano, or Greek seasoning. We want balance. It's the most important word in cooking. People come in, love my gyro. When you eat it, you can taste the bread, you can taste the meat, you can taste the lettuce, you can taste the tzatziki.
Oh my God.
Savory, the Greek spices are really hitting. This is a sumptuous Greek handheld feast.
My lamb chops, so simple. We take it, we marinate it in our Greek seasoning, olive oil and lemon, and the next day we cook them.
Yo, I literally waited all day for that bite, and it did not disappoint. No wonder it's a bestseller.
So as I was growing up, I heard about a place in Chicago called Diana, very similar to what my dad did. Diana's opened a big restaurant in Chicago, which became the start of Greektown. That inspired me to follow a dream that I had of opening the restaurant. And so we opened up over here as mostly hamburgers, French fries, and pastrami. But it wasn't the right thing for our store. So finally, took all the hamburgers and pastrami out, gave it to the people who worked here, put a menu up there of Greek food, and it changed completely.
As it grows, and other people bring their other members of their family.
You been here long?
I've been here forever. When people say, what's the succession plan? I don't have one. It takes too many hours. It takes too many days. And if you don't love what you're doing, you can't do it. I still feel like I have a lot of energy. So unless the landlord comes and says, I want to sell the building, she's stuck with me.
Another iconic and beloved Los Angeles restaurant, Papa Cristo's.
Papa Cristo's.
Papa Cristo's shuts down
after the landlord decided to sell the building.
Rents and values have taken us out.
And that brings us back to now. It's 6:53 p.m., minutes from closing, but the line's still long and the dining room is packed. The celebratory energy from earlier dissipated like the mood was leaving with every customer. Then Chrys locks eyes with one of them, and for a beat, the moment holds.
We had a Thursday night family night dinner, and she was one of our belly dancers that performed.
And it was always a festive night where people come and celebrate their birthdays. It was just an amazing magic.
We lost that with COVID, but it would be packed, and she'd go pick somebody and bring them up and dance with them. And I thank you so much for visiting.
I love you so much. I just wanted to thank Papa for having it's been such a special experience back here over the years. I've had a lot of special memories in this space. That's why I brought my Polaroid today to make sure I could capture the feeling of being here.
Chrys, I mean, what does it feel like when you hear somebody say, I have so many core memories here?
I gotta tell you something. I'm honored to carry this with me, because I'm not gonna forget. I'm gonna carry this with me when I go, because this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
As the crowd thinned and the noise settled, reality started to set in. I found myself watching the final wave of customers trickle out. One man even let at least 20 people pass just so he could be the last customer. Who does that? And then just like that, we were staring down the barrel of inevitability. The closing of a restaurant that Los Angeles never thought could close.
Okay, I want to say something. You made every day wonderful. Every day was wonderful. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have thought about it. I couldn't have created anything without you guys. You guys made this place Papa Cristo's. My life was made wonderful by this family, my C&K Papa Cristo family, which I love every one of you. Nobody has it as wonderful as I did. I got a family at home, and I got a big family here. And I want to thank you from my heart, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The weight of the moment settled into a lump that I couldn't swallow. The clatter had quieted, and all that was left was the stillness. Taking his father's photo down from the wall felt like a curtain closing on a stage that had been lit for generations. This is what the end of a legacy looks like. Not loud, not showy, just final. The city doesn't make it easy for these restaurants to survive. The cost, the expectations, it wears people down. But Papa Cristo's didn't just survive, it thrived and it meant something. To a neighborhood, to a city, to a family. And in that sadness, there's still something to celebrate. that a place like this existed, that it fed generations, that it made people feel at home. And as the lights went out, I looked over at Chrys, and I knew the warmth would outlast the flame. You know the whole phoenix from the ashes thing? Well, this Greek tragedy doesn't have to end like one, because somewhere within the smoke and sentiment, Annie and Dina, Chris's daughters, they stand ready. Maybe not to recreate the past, but to carry its spirit forward in their own way.
My first day, I said, okay, Dad, what's my job description? He said, put an apron on and get to work. I said, okay.
Did you two even think there would be an end?
You know, never. I couldn't even imagine that.
How was it a month ago when you first heard the news?
You know, it was really sad because we grew up here and we're connected to this location, to this community, all of our memories. It's a lot to process for us.
And we were realizing, wow, the impact he's had. People call on the phone to find out what time we close, but they start telling us their memories and stories.
Does this seem like a goodbye or a see you later?
This is a see you soon. We've got the seasonings online. We're gonna figure out other products online.
It's been a lot to unpack 77 years here, but we are looking towards the future and we're gonna keep everybody updated.